I'm always a student of the sport, and I feel like I always need to get better. You know, I don't put pressure on myself. If I lose, whatever. These people have loved me when I lost. I feel like my game is stepped up a notch because I have her behind me. We've grown so much as a team, and like we never no one wants to be left behind.
Please welcome the two-time and current Strikeforce Lightweight World Champion, Gilbert Melendez.
Fighting is very spiritual for me, and I feel like it's like I add years to my life for fighting. You know, people think it's bad for you, but I think I get to test my soul, and there's no better feeling in the world than fighting in front of 50,000, 20,000 people, and getting a victory, and knowing that you trained hard, and you're a modern day gladiator warrior, and just absorb all that energy out there, and also just being like on a great diet, and focusing on becoming like an amazing athlete. It takes a lot of mental toughness, a lot of focusing, a lot of meditating, and I feel like just being able to, I have very good body awareness. I feel like that I really feel in touch with my body, and that's why I feel like I excel sometimes.
What is it that gives a man the courage and drive to do things beyond his years? For Strikeforce Lightweight Champion Gilbert Melendez, it's all about family.
I feel like it's a positive influence on there, and I don't put pressure on myself. If I lose, whatever. These people have loved me when I lost. I had Carrie before I was famous, and I had my family before I was famous, and I'm not one person that needs to walk around with my belt to have friends, So that's why my family is involved, because they are the kind of people that you want to do business with.
There's no one closer to both sides of Melendez's business and personal life than his current manager, a man who gave him some of the traits that make him the fighter he is.
My dad's great. No one I trust more that has my best interests in mind than my dad, and we run into some problems because he is my dad, and he still thinks he can beat me up, and he still thinks he deserves to spank me, and he tells me what to do. So we have those problems when we butt heads, but also, we have our debates, but we're homies, dude. Me and my dad are better friends than ever now, and I think we're both the bigger man at times, and it works just fine.
There's another fighter in the family, Gilbert's girlfriend, and the other half of Team Melendez.
I met her, and I didn't know she fought. She didn't know I fought, and she was the Strikeforce Muay Thai women's champ at the time, and I was the Strikeforce. I was about to be the Strikeforce men's champ. Not yet, but I was gonna be. And we never knew, because she did Muay Thai and I did MMA, but a lot of people knew of us both. And the very first night we met, she gave me a black eye, and that's when I knew she was the special one for me. And having a person that relates to fighting, is really, really cool, because she understands what I'm going through. Sometimes I tell her she doesn't, but I know she does, and and she's really supportive, and she's a fan of it, and we can talk about fighting, she's not like, I put on fighting, she wants to sit down and watch it with me. She doesn't want to go to the other room, unless it's boxing. But if it's MMA or Muay Thai, she'll sit down there and watch it with me, and so it helps a lot, and I feel like my game is stepped up a notch because I have her behind me.
Seeing how Melendez is such a fan of strong females, it should also come as no surprise that his first child would be a girl. Lele Kay Valentina was born August 8th, 2010.
I feel like my baby girl is gonna help me work harder, and unconsciously, as soon as I found out I was having a baby, I just got more focused in life and got more structure in life, and it was really weird. I'm not gonna dwell on it or think it's gonna hurt my career. That's how life goes. I just keep rolling with the punches, and I'll move forward, and I'm gonna whoop butt with my baby girl.
At one time, Melendez's team, the Scrap Pack, held 3 of the Strikeforce titles in 3 different weight classes. Jake Shields at middleweight, Nate Diaz at welterweight, and Melendez himself at lightweight. To the kid from Santa Ana High School, it was a dream come true.
Not at all did I imagine us all 3 being like the world champions of an organization at the same time, but it makes sense to me. I felt like, we've grown so much as a team, and like we never no one wants to be left behind. You know, Nick, Nate, Jake, we don't want to be left behind. So when someone starts getting better, it's like you got to work twice as hard. And when you catch up on them, they take it up. So because of them, I've evolved, and because of me, they have evolved. And I think we all complement each other with our fight styles, and it's cool to see it, but it's not that hard to believe because the way we worked and the way we've gone, and each year becomes one thing that has helped us stay strong is we were mature to start with. We didn't have egos, and we've been able to maintain keeping a level-headed and not letting our heads get big, and being able to be like, I need to be at practice, I need to back up my buddies, and to not think we're better than anyone or anything. So just the fact that we've been able to maintain a great relationship with no egos getting involved or anything like that, and just having the common respect for each other for 10 years now without any serious BS, that's what makes us different in a lot of teams.
All the success and life advances have brought change to the Scrap Pack. Melendez has had to negotiate more than just his own career and personal life, and now looks to his team for more leaders.
Actually, right now in the room, I am a leader, and it does get a little stressful with having the baby and having all that. But I had a team meeting the other day, and I just said, listen, man, it's time for not me to be the only leader, but it's for some other leaders to step it up and evolve more. And I think they've always been willing to. They just needed to hear it.
Other changes to the Scrap Pack included moving the El Nino gym to a bigger location and signing a sponsorship deal with Tap Out, who just featured Gilbert, Carrie Ann, and Layla Kay in their latest ad campaign called My Fight Matters.
In everyday life, true fights materialize. No championship belts, no grand prize, just the reason you rise and strive to overcome. It's not about battles won, it's what you stand for. It's sacrificing your comfort and carrying on for a cause. It's for self-satisfaction and not the applause. It's tearing down walls. It's what you exercise your might for. We should all have something we fight for. And my fight matters. Does yours?
While all this change happens on the outside, Melendez sees changes within himself. Changes that show within the cage and in his development as a fighter.
I was reckless. The old Gilbert Melendez was a little bit more reckless. A big heart, balls of steel, but no control. And now I feel like I still have that heart of a lion, but I know how to control it and be a little bit more smart out there. So I'm trying to remain intelligent in the fight in the midst of all this chaos. So I feel like that's what I've evolved into.